Hi, once again, my name is Debola, and how would I even start? I just came to church, and it's so pathetic that what is happening around the world, and then what other people are using it to do now. I saw some young people on the road this morning in my area. As I forget, I stay in a rural area, right? Just having fun, according to themselves, drinking, smoking Indian and it grieves my heart. And with the state of the country, the state of the world, is it where hmm, shockingly some churches they are under lock and key. Nobody they're not allowed to enter even the church compound. Not talk of entering the church auditorium. Uh, the question I keep asking myself is, where do we go from here? Is the devil really winning? Some say that they say that 50 people. They said that according to yesterday again, say they've reduced to 20 people. And the question is, market people, the hotels, the bars, how will they stop them? Like this morning in church, somebody said they even saw some people doing one day partying up and down, and the police people also joined them. I keep asking myself, and the church is under lock and key. Yes, what are we trying to deceive ourselves? Joking, I told somebody yesterday that even um, what's it called? We have been praying for so long concerning issues concerning our country, concerning the world, and the rest of it, our family. We are trying to um, get things done, God to answer our prayer. And now church is under lock and key. And somebody said, which is true, the church is not a building, that the church is we ourselves. But I want to believe that when you gather together, there's kind of aura, grace, anointing, God's freshness, Holy Spirit that gathers with you. And the devil is denying some people for partaking in that. And we're still holding our hands. I feel like it is normal. Now, my broadcast every Sunday has never been about the present circumstances before now. I just feel that the church should be beyond the four walls, beyond the four walls. Like I was saying, so many things wrong in our system, so many things wrong in our church, in our churches, so many things wrong in our ministry, so many things is wrong with our system. I feel that the young ones, not making excuse on their behalf, I feel that the young ones um, are being mismanaged, and that's why something just happened to me recently, and I talked about it because it did hurt me. I wasn't expecting that to happen to me when somebody was trying to create an atmosphere for young people, and then somebody threatened me inside the church, and then used some heavy words for me the first time, came second time, and even threatened to walk me out of the church. And that was the height of it. I asked myself, the way I even responded to the person, I said, what I do. And I was just smiling because it was so heavy for you to use such words for me, as if I was considering a nuisance and all those things like that. And I see many churches today, young people have been mismanaged, young people have been under, how will I put in, put in a position whereby every one of them see them as bad people. And there's a saying that they are the next generation. And if you are not preparing the next generation for the next generation, as it were, what will happen to the next generation? Like I said this morning when I was coming, I saw some young people on the streets, young people on the streets were just doing smoking, drinking, and nobody gives a damn. Yes, I know some churches are trying their best. I know some churches are they don't joke with young people, but I also know some churches also they don't give a damn about what happens there. And spending some time in the midst of young people, I know that for your church to grow, you need young people. If I may even say, any vibrant church that we're celebrating today, check the young people there. They're the one making it happen. Or the church have groomed them to that level whereby they are taking the place of adults and they have moved from the stage of its teens, teenagers, youths, then to adulthood. But today, what do we see in our church? Even some pastors, some leaders don't even understand the language of young people. Just see them frown face, see them talk to them anyhow, see them feel that as if they are sinners, devil incarnate, and all that because they don't understand what it means to be young. They don't understand the language to which you need to use for young people, and that's why I keep telling pastors, I keep telling leaders, for you being called of God to handle some assignment, that doesn't mean you can handle every assignment. And that's why you need to learn, or you need somebody who understand the language of young people to be able to find for you to be able to find it easy to relate with them. I remember one day in my church, one of my daughters came to church and she was sad. I knew this is somebody who's always happy, disturbing me, smiling, and what have you. But that day she was just sad. And my kind of person, what happened now? I was chatting with her, she was just this frowning, frowning, frowning. And I knew in my spirit something was wrong somewhere in the service. And excuse me, my first primary purpose is for these young people. So I said, come, let's go. Come, what's wrong with you, John? Come, John. And then all of a sudden, she just opened to me. What happened? She just finished having sex with the boyfriend. And in my spirit, I was shouting because I wasn't expecting that from her. I was just shouting. She's just out. But in my expression, I wasn't showing that. And she got shocked that I wasn't judgmental in my statement, even though I told her the truth that she was not supposed to have such. Like as I'm talking to you now, she has been tied to my soul forever. Because that event that day and the way I responded to her that day made her to draw close to me. So the question is more often than not, as leaders, as pastors of churches, and what have you, you know, enough of this judgmental attitudes towards young people. Find a way to draw them close. I am not saying you should not discipline them. I'm not saying some young people they've gone way beyond all this thing I'm talking about. But there are some also, there's a way you talk to them that you bring them back into the fold, like the unchurched, for instance. And gone are the days you'll go to them and say Jesus loves you and all these things. These days, I remember these days I have to go beyond that. I remember when I started my own ministry, it wasn't easy at all. God told me, Deborah, you can't say you are working with young people and they'll be going up and down, do church, sit down in the office, and you have to go to where they are. I said, what do you mean by that? Go to where they are. What does young people love? Sports, go to where they are. Playing football, go to where they are. They like the music, go to where they are. So the first thing I did first was to go to field. They're playing football. Now, mind you, I don't. I played football when I was young. I stopped. I had to go. Now, funny enough, I got there. I was just chatting with them. I don't want. I'm shy to a fault. So it wasn't easy for me to communicate. And God told me again, you can't just sit down and be talking to them. Say, get involved in what they are doing. I say, well, as that play ball. And these are people that are not really Christians. Now I have to go and look for boots and buy. I'm going to play football with them. And to the glory of God till today, And that's what brought about me having football team, and me, also the same thing with music, work with studio, with young people in the studio, basketball team, because I had to go to where they are. That's what got me, having a drama team also, we call them the Isakas. There and then, as in early 20s, now, if you say you want to groom young people, there's a language to which you need to talk to them about. There's a way you talk to them, there's a way you relate to them. You must understand them. So before you begin to judge a young woman, imagine, okay, for instance, my mom is a prostitute. I was given birth into prostitution and all those stuff like that. How do you expect me to find it easy for me to leave prostitution? Now, if you now come to me judging me that, oh, it's wrong. No, you must come to understand the foundation where I'm coming from. Now, if you can relate with that, then it will be very easy for you. Don't forget, you don't do the convicting. It is the Holy Spirit that does the convicting. Yours is to preach. And how do you do the preaching goes a long way to help these young ones. What am I trying to say? Now is the time for churches to rise up and begin to help the young man, the young woman. Now is the time for churches, leaders, pastors, bishops, apostles, whatever position you have or whatever call you have upon your head to help these young boys and young girls, especially in this crucial time in the world where every one of them is just take to addiction of Indian M, retinol, codeine, hard drugs. Now there's no movement again. I was talking to a sister this morning and I asked and I told her now no movement, no nothing. Now before now, the issue of insecurity in the country is alarming. Now, when you say people should not go and work, where do you think they will come back to? So you need to understand that this is a crucial time for every young woman, every male, every female out there that is going through hell, that the church have given them away, as in this one a cast away, this one a devil, this one a devil incarnate, and then you are struggling with addiction, maybe with sex, maybe with money, maybe with drugs, maybe with alcohol, whatever you're struggling with, don't give up. I have been there. Now, I don't drink. I've never taken alcohol, but I've been in a situation whereby people have written me off, as in family written me off, friends written me off, as in this one no hope. But I can assure you, as you keep doing, standing by God, just a matter of time. Do not give up hope. Do not let anybody kill your dream. And I need to even say something about this, about dreams. Every time I come up with an idea, however ridiculous the idea is, even the people closer to me find that this thing is ridiculous. I remember when I started, and I got the call of God around 1991, 92, God ordained and all those stuff like that. Family said, this one, no. And then when I began to do the youth ministry, some pastor called me, asking me, Pastor Debola, are you still a Christian? Are you still a child of God? Are you still a born again? Are you still a pastor? Because what I was doing, they find it very, very strange for me to do such thing. Until date, I can go on and tell you some of the things I've gone through, everything, challenges that are life threatening, challenges that have broken me several times, that I've cried, as in literally cried. But today it has become better. Today I have people that don't joke with me. don't joke with my dream. That when I call on them, they don't joke with my call. So, as a young man, as a young woman, do not give up your dream. Do not give up hope for your dream. Do not let it go, regardless of what is happening now. I told somebody one time, that person was saying, "Ah, man, I'm tired today. I trekked." And I gave that person my CV, how the distance to which I have trekked. And the person just stood up and said, "Ah, Baba, oh, man, you don't trek." I have what I call in my house trekking shoe, as in trekking shoe. Till date, I don't trek that much, but those days I trekked. When I was in Asylum campus, Parapoli, in Iponri, National Theatre side, for staying. And where I stay, Jesus Christ, 4 5 hours trek. I would trek. Sometimes I remember the last one of the days I trekked, I have blisters on my leg that the blood was already there. So whatever you're going right now, just a matter of time. Like they say in the world, say at the end of the tunnel there's a light. You may not even see no light now. You may not even see nothing now. As in, like see, I see like one of my son in Zimbabwe told me, I said, "Sir, nothing has ever worked in my life." But rest assured, just a matter of time. In as much as you don't give up hope, it will end in praise. So regardless of what is happening in the world, regardless of coronavirus, or COVID-19, whatever they call it, and in Psalm 91, I always use these scriptures. Bible says 10,000 and the 1,000, 10,000, and he said it shall not come near thee. So no pestilence, no plague, no disease, no fowler will come near thee. Yes, I believe in precaution, but I also believe in the scriptures. I believe in what God has declared concerning us. So what has God said? Isaiah said, every word I've ever spoken will not come back to me void, but shall accomplish the purpose to which I have sent it. So every word God has said, the Bible also say it is yes and amen. God cannot deny his word concerning us. So enough of fear, enough of all these things that everybody is doing. Stick to God's promises, stick to God's word, stick to what God has told you. There lies in your success. God bless you.